Hey guys, welcome back to the Yankees franchise mode, episode 9, ALDS against the Tampa Bay Rays. If you missed the last episode, we beat the Toronto Blue Jays in 3 games in the wild card round. That was a good round. Go back and watch it if you did. If you're liking this series, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It helps the channel a bunch. Anyway, we're versing the Tampa Bay Rays in the ALDS. The winner will go to the CS, either against Boston or Texas. In the National League, you got Milwaukee and the Dodgers versus Colorado and Chicago. 2 random teams that no one thought would make it that far, and now they're playing each other. So we're going to hop right into it. Game 1 of the ALDS against the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays won the division this year. We finished in that first wild card spot. We ended up closing the gap pretty well against the Rays, but we were still way behind all year, really, and then until the end, but we really had no chance to make it up. The runner-up to the AL Cy Young, Shane McClanahan, taking the mound for the Tampa Bay Rays. One of the lower ERAs. Nestor actually had the lowest in the whole league, but Shane McClanahan was right behind him. In the first, though, Oswald Peraza had a red-hot wild card round, and he's going to keep it up here. Moved up to the 5th hole. RBI base hit in the first inning, gives us an early 1-0 lead. Luis Severino's on the hill for us. He's our 4th starter now. Didn't get a start in the wild card round. He had a decent year, 3.71 ERA. Not terrible. He missed about 2 months this season as well, so it was pretty good. In the first, though, it's Luke Raley. Get used to that name. A little bit of a spoiler alert, but he's going to do a lot of damage this series. That's a home run in the second, ties this game at 1. Luke Raley, 432 in the right center, and this game is tied. We're going to move on a little bit. It's still in the second, but the Rays still threatening. Runner on second, 2 out, Wander Franco. And he is going to line one into the gap in the left center field. That will easily score a run. Bellinger will run that one down. Wander Franco, RBI double for him. It's 2-1 in the second. With 2 outs, as Severino in that second inning, he's still trying to get out of it. Next batter is Randy Arozarena, and he's going to hit one up the middle. That's through past the diving Volpe. Base hit in the center. Bellinger has no chance at the plate. Wander Franco scores easy. It's 3-1. 3-run second inning for Tampa Bay. In the third, we're threatening back again. Runner on second. Aaron Judge, he hits a base hit in the right field. That'll score a run. Cuts the lead in half. Only 3-2 Tampa Bay now, as Higashioka comes around and scores easily. In the fourth now, first and third, 1 out, Kiner Falefa. He lines one in the right field. That's a base hit, and we've come back from, the comeback. It was only a 2-run deficit, but we come back against Shane McClanahan, tough pitcher to get runs against, and we got 2 against him. 3 against him, and this game's tied at 3. In the fifth, though, Randy Arozarena is going to hit a tape measure shot. That ball's gone. Stanton's going to just give it a look. That one's way out of there, no doubt, from Randy Arozarena. 425 in the left center, 109 off the bat. Rays back in front, 4-3. Still in the fifth, runner on second, 2 out. Clark Schmidt in the game now. Sevy was out at this point, and that's a base hit in the right field. Aaron Judge going to come up throwing, but way offline and late anyway. 5-3 Tampa Bay Rays. In the sixth, Clark Schmidt trying to get out of a jam. Ground ball past the hole, in the hole. Between first and second, Judge comes up throwing, and he guns a runner at the plate to keep this Tampa Bay Ray lead. Only at 2, I can't speak. But that would be it. 5-3 would be the final as the Rays win Game 1. Willie Calhoun pops up to the catcher to end it. Not the way you want to start a series, but if we could take 1 out of 2 in Tampa, I like our chances going back home. Drew Rasmussen, look at this guy, 23 starts, so he was hurt for a bit, I think. 2.31 ERA, 12-2 record. Rays pitching was just phenomenal this season, and so was their lineup. That's why they won the division over 100 games. In the first, Cody Bellinger. That one's hit deep to right, going back to the right fielder, and it is gone. A home run into the second row out there in right field. And Cody Bellinger, our trade deadline acquisition, one of our trade deadline acquisitions. Homers to start off game number 2, exactly what we needed after losing that first one, because that second one really turns into a must-win. Although 3 in a row is not impossible, it's just like you need to win the second game if you drop the first one. In any playoff series, it's optimal. Carlos Rodon on the mound for us. His stats aren't showing for some reason, but he pitched great in Game 1 in the Toronto series. And here we are again in the top of the second and third. Gleyber Torres comes through down the line. It's an 2 RBI double, 4-0 Yanks in the second. We got to Rasmussen early. Love to see that. 4-0 in the second inning. We're jumping ahead in the sixth. It's 5-0. Carlos Rodon was cruising along. It's going to be the first Rays run in the sixth. It's going to be a sacrifice fly, but nothing to worry about just yet as it's 5-1 New York. In the eighth, Carlos Rodon still on the mound, only 103 pitches. He's going to get Wander Franco looking on that 12-6 curveball. That would be the end of Rodon's night. 8 innings of 1-run baseball. Pitched brilliant. Clay Holmes in the ninth to finish it off, and we win Game 2. Big win going home. Series tied at 1. Great performance for Carlos Rodon. Home runs from Bellinger and a nice 2 RBI double from Gleyber. Game 3, Garrett Cole. He didn't pitch bad. He didn't pitch bad in Game 2 of the wild card round. He got the loss, though. Couldn't make it past the seventh, but we didn't hit that game. In the first, Brandon Lowe rips one in the gap. Willie Calhoun was just red hot with the bat, so he's playing left, and he can't cut that off. Bellinger actually got there before him. 1-0 Tampa Bay in the first, so not the best start to this game as we're down 1-0 early. We're going against Tyler Glasnow, who is nasty, but this year at a 4.42 ERA, made all his starts, but the ERA is a little higher than what you would expect from Glasnow. Win note from this game. Look at this shot. Oh my goodness. Luke Raley again with an absolute bomb into the second deck. I think that went off the facing of the suites in the third deck, a second and a half deck, whatever you want to call it. But that ball was blasted. The second home run of the series for Luke Raley. 3-0 Rays. We're jumping ahead, though. It's 3-2. And we're rallying for Cody Bellinger. He's going to tie this game up at 3, but he's going to beat out the double play. Would have been a double play. Not the most productive, but hey, we got to run at least. Tied up at 3. Willie Calhoun now. He's going to rip one down the right field line. Is it going to stay fair? It is. It's fair off the wall. Didn't have the height to get out. Hit the line, it looked like, on the wall. Hit the fair foul line on the wall. RBI double. All of a sudden, we have the lead. We busted it out in the third to take a 4-3 lead. Oswald Peraza, can he stay hot? Yes, he can. He's been amazing this postseason in the wild card round and now in this DS so far. Base hit. It's 5-3 Yankees. A huge third inning. As we go to the fourth, though, Rays are already battling back. It's 5-4, and Wander Franco hits a no-doubter into the right field seats. Just missed the bleachers out there and right. That one's gone, and the Rays have the lead again. So all that 5-run third inning to take a 5-3 lead is washed away as it's now 6-5. And look who it is, Luke Raley in the fifth as Domingo Germán was in at this point. Garrett Cole just did not have it today. The Rays usually have his number more times than not. But it's Luke Raley again, RBI double. Harold Ramirez is up, still 2 outs. That one's down the line. That's going to score a run. It's another RBI double for Tampa Bay. It's 8-5 now. And that's just the thing. It's still the fifth. Runner on second, 2 outs. Betancourt lines one over Candelario's glove. And that's another base hit, another RBI double for Tampa Bay as Betancourt's going to just get into second. And that's been a big problem so far this series. We cannot get out of innings. And we're still not out of this fifth. Domingo Germán's just in there at this point because we can't overuse our bullpen. That one's in for a base hit. We would jump ahead to the end here. Big innings from the Rays. It ends up being 12-6, non-competitive. As it was close early on, looked like it was going to be a good game, but the Rays just battled. This makes this one a must win as we send our best pitcher this season, Nestor Cortez, out on the mound. He had led the league in ERA with a 2.50, and he threw 7 innings of shutout baseball in the wild card round. Last episode to send us to this ALDS as he finishes the first very strong with a strikeout. We're going against Jeffrey Springs, exactly 4 ERA in 23 starts. Which is not bad, especially in this game. I feel like 4 is so common that if you could just go under 4, you're pretty good. Giancarlo Stanton in the first, hits one deep. Rosarina leaps. That one's gone. A home run. Giancarlo Stanton finally does something this postseason. That one's deep and gone in the left, past the outstretched to Rosarina. And we're up to an early lead, trying to force a game 5, 1-0 in the third. Nestor in a bit of trouble. Candelario can't make the play. It didn't look like the best defensive move out there. Judge's throw is late. Rosarina scores. Rays tie it. In the fourth, though, we got something cooking. Bases loaded, nobody out. For who else? Oswald Peraza. Gonna come through, right? Not really this time. Yeah, he does. It's a ground ball. It's a force out. It's an RBI. We can't complain. We're up 2-1. Cody Bellinger, though, first and third one out. This time it is going to be a double play. So for having bases loaded, nobody out, we only score the 1 run. Hopefully it doesn't come back to kill us. In the fifth, Nestor, he's still pitching solid. It's 2-1. Aaron Judge going back. It hits off his glove. I don't know if that was the best route. Judge is a pretty good fielder out there. Again, he gets dogged on the fielding in this game. Why is it only a silver badge? But anyway, off the glove, second and third, no out. Yandy Diaz hits one deep to center field. Cody Bellinger's going back. I don't know if he's going to catch this. He should. And no, he's not going to get there. Cody Bellinger and Aaron Judge unable to make some plays out there in the outfield. Not easy plays, but plays we really needed. Speaking of Bellinger, there he is. That one, he's not going to get that one either. That one's ripped into the gap. Josh Lowe comes through, and the Rays tack on another couple runs, and he's safe at third with a 4-4 to Tampa Bay all of a sudden as Nestor struggled to get out of that one. Marinaccio would come on. He would give up a base hit to Wander Franco. 5-2 Tampa Bay now. It's not looking good. We're down to our last couple of innings. Tommy Kahnle in, and nobody can hold the bleeding here in this sixth inning. That one's gone. Randy Arozarena goes deep. His second of this series. 401 feet. And this is just looking awful as we are all the way down 6 runs. And we just couldn't muster anything against this offense. In the ninth, Anthony Volpe, he would ground to third. Throw across, though, is booted. Hey, maybe it's a rally in our bones. Down 6, they gift us an out. You know, maybe this is mounting a comeback. Next batter, Aaron Judge. Yeah, comeback, all right. The ground ball right to third. It's a 5-4-3 double play down to our last out. And we'd get a little mini rally going here as Oswald Peraza was up with first and second. But he strikes out, and the Rays move on to the American League Championship Series. It was a bad year, to be honest. We didn't have the roster that could win a championship. I thought maybe our pitching would get us through it because it's been so good down the stretch, especially Rodon, Cole, and Nestor have all been solid. But in this series, Garrett Cole got roughed up, and Nestor pitched solid, but he couldn't get out of it. We're going to sim ahead and just see who wins. The World Series ends up being Tampa Bay and the Dodgers as the Dodgers breeze past Colorado. And Tampa Bay actually beat Boston, made it to the ALCS, surprisingly. So we'll see. This is a rematch of the 2020 World Series. So this is kind of like the real matchup. Not that 2020 season wasn't real, but, 60-game season. It definitely didn't feel like that was a real one. I don't know. I think if I was a Dodgers fan, I'd still be itching to get like a one in a full season for sure. But I could be wrong. Maybe they love it. Who knows? We're going to sim ahead. Let's see who wins this World Series. It's the Dodgers. The Dodgers defeat the Rays in the 2023 World Series. They beat the Rays in that World Series rematch and get their real ring, we'll call it, for the first time since, like 1970-something. As you can see, they won in 7 games, so that series went the distance. That's pretty good. We'll look at the awards. The World Series MVP was Freddie Freeman. He didn't hit a home run, and he only had 1 RBI, but he hit 348. So that's the World Series MVP. Still, though, 1 RBI, 0 home runs, and you win World Series MVP? Interesting. I'd like to see what the other guys did. Postseason MVP for the AL was a Rosarina. He hit 6 home runs. You look down there, there's Luke Raley hit 5 of them. I mean, yeah, he hit a couple against us. I think he might have hit 1. I think he hit 3. I know he hit 2 on video, but I think he hit 1 maybe, like during one of the blowout games in the quick sim or in the highlight that I didn't show, one or the other. Mookie Betts had 5 home runs, 14 RBIs, and hit 361 this postseason. He wins postseason MVP. I don't know how he did in the World Series, but it sounds like he probably did, drove in more runs than Freddie Freeman, who only drove in 1. So good series, 7 games. Dodgers win. In the next episode, we'll do some offseason. This team needs some major changes. I'm excited to see what moves we make. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the offseason. Thanks.